So YouTube, this is my third time recording this. We're going to be doing a build today for about £450. We actually go slightly over that, so we can do £460 just to up our budget a bit, but it's not really that much of a problem. So to kick the build off, we're using an AMD A10 7850K. It's their new Kaveri APU. It's a quad core with 3.7 GHz. It's just a very nice CPU for the money. For about £120, you're not really going to have any problems with this. For the cooler, because we're not going to be using stock cooler, we're going to use the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo. It's a 140mm tower heatsink. It has copper pipes and everything. For about £25, you're not going to go wrong. It's going to keep your CPU very nice and cool. For the motherboard, we're going to use an ASRock FM2 A75M Pro 4 Plus. It's micro ATX with PCIe 3, up to 64 gigs of RAM somehow. FM2 Plus, obviously. You want to make sure you get an FM2 Plus motherboard, because if you use an FM2 board, the CPU or APU will not like it, and you'll have to get a new motherboard, and that's not fun. So see, it's got PCI Express 3, obviously. It's just a very nice motherboard. But for £60, £61 if you round it up, then it's just a great motherboard. For the RAM, we're going to use AMD RAM because we're using an APU. And we're going to use Radeon memory, performance RAM with 1866 MHz, the AP38G1869U1K RAM. Yeah. You've got that RAM in your computer if you buy this system. Yeah. But it's 1866 RAM, but for £74.69, it's just a pretty good deal, actually. You grab two of these, have 16 gigs. But, yeah. So for storage, we're going to use an SSD, and obviously a normal hard drive for storage. We're going to use an ADATA Premiere Pro, ASP600 S3, 128 gigs. So that's we're just going to slap on Windows or Linux, if any of you use Linux, or Mac OS 10. Your choice. But it's just a good SSD for the money, and it'll be getting you on your way with Windows. Boot it nice and fast. So for mass storage, we're just going to use a Western Digital 3.5-inch drive, 1 terabyte, and that's just going to store all of your Steam library and everything like that onto there, and all your movies and stuff. You can get another one if you want, for videos, if you're doing content creation. So we're not going to use a video card, but it's optional to have an R7 240 or 250, and you can run that in Crossfire with the A10 7850K, as it uses the same architecture as them GPUs, so you can have two graphics cards effectively. So for the power supply, we're going to use a Be Quiet 550 watts, 80 plus bronze certified, L8 500 watt, and it's just a pretty good power supply for the money. Just nice fan. Got all the connections you need. If you need a graphics card, go ahead and get this power supply. For the case, we're going to use an Antec NSK 4100. It's not the nicest looking case in the world, but it's also not the most freakiest looking case in the world. You've got all these red and green neon lights on the front of it. It's just plain, simple, and it'll get the job done. And it'll fit your motherboard and everything. Obviously, because we're going to have an optical drive if you still use discs. Don't know why, but we're just going to grab a light on for £11.79. Yeah, just maybe you need to burn some discs, you know. But the total cost of this build will come to £467.85 in the UK, shipping £8.70. But you can also, if you want to add a bit more onto that, you could choose a video card. And I really don't want to, I can't be bothered to find it just now, but you get an R7 240 or 250, or get whatever graphics card you desire. Really doesn't bother me what graphics card you get. Well, it does bother me. Get something nice. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, you know. So I think that pretty much wraps it up. Sam, my co-worker, will be doing a high-end build for May 2014. In the meantime, yeah, have a great day.